What up, it's Timmers here. Looks like a biopic about famed SNL legend Chris Farley is in the works. This comes from Deadline saying that a script based on the Chris Farley Show, a biography of in 3 acts, is being shot with Walter Hauser set to play the iconic comic and actor. Josh Gad, who of course you might know as the voice of Olaf, and he's been in a lot of stuff, other great stuff, will direct with Lauren Michaels, who of course found and cast Chris Farley on SNL in the '90s, producing through his Broadway video. The package will be sold as a pitch based on his book with Scott Neusser and Michael H. Weber writing the script. To be honest, I'm hoping this gets like a theatrical release, not like I'm hoping Netflix or Hulu or none of that stuff picks up. I'm hoping maybe I don't know A24, maybe Focus Features, Universal. I'm hoping something like that picks up. To be honest, based on the biography by Farley's brother Tom Farley and Tanner Kobe, insiders say that family has given their blessing to the project. The film will tell the story of one of the great comic actors of his generation, getting his start in the heyday of SNL, where Farley would join all-time ensemble of SNL greats, including Adam Sandler, David Spade, Phil Hartman, obviously a Phil Hartman biopic in the future, and Rob Schneider. From the start, Farley stood out with his great, amazing physic comedy, delivering iconic sketches such as I'm gonna try to do this in his impression. A man down by the river. Okay, I can never do a good Chris Farley impression. I promise I'll never do that again. Uh, where of course he also played Matt Foley in that. He what like other than the Van Down by the River one, his other great sketch on SNL is a Chippendale Dancer sketch with Patrick Swayze. Like, if you guys have not seen, Chris Farley's, Chippendale sketch with Patrick Swayze, do yourself a favor, go watch it. I mean, obviously, the '90s was actually my first introduction to SNL because I was around when the great stuff of Adam Sandler. And, like, I was still a baby and all, but when I grew a little older, I used to watch some of the reruns. You can actually watch reruns of old SNL now on Peacock. So yeah, I've also been going back and rewatching some of the past SNL stuff. And Chris Farley was the man. I mean, I was always sad when he passed. And I mean, if you guys also get a chance, do yourself a favor, go listen to Adam Sandler's Chris Farley song that he did during his. He actually did it twice. He did the performed the song on his like Netflix comedy special a couple years ago. Then he did the song again when he hosted SNL because last time he was fully part of the SNL cast was with Chris Farley, and you're gonna need some tissues if you're listening to that song. I mean, lots of people would say like if Chris Farley was alive and stuff, Kevin James probably wouldn't be a thing and all. I still think Kevin James would still be popular and all, but yeah, Chris Farley was hilarious. I mean, he's also been in some really cool films as well. Like he played a bus driver in Billy Madison. He had a fun role in Coneheads. Obviously, Wayne's World. Tommy Boy. I mean, who and you might not also know this. I mean, you probably do now, but Chris Farley was also the original voice of Shrek. But before Chris Farley, like you can actually find the Chris Farley's some of his dialogue as his like footage of Shrek online and stuff. Which, by the way, I saw Shrek 2 yesterday. It would have been cool to see Chris Farley as voice, but Mike Myers obviously is still a great Shrek. Uh, but yeah, I mean, he was just a living legend. He sadly passed away at a very very young age, and when did he pass away? Again? I think late 1990s. Can't remember the actual year. I think it was '97, if I'm not mistaken. Now, again, his he pretty much also drew comparisons to the likes of fellow SNL alum like John Belushi, who also passed away. Yeah, he passed away in 1997. So yeah, I think a buy. Oh, and also, if you guys have never really seen the documentary that came out a couple years ago, it was "I Am Chris Farley." Do yourself a favor, go check that documentary out. I mean, it features interviews by the likes of Mike Myers, Adam Sandler, Dan Aykroyd. It's a really terrific doc that more people should check out. I mean, it's of course part of that those I Am documentaries and all, but it's a really good one. I mean, Chris Farley was he was a living legend. You know, love his comedy routine. You know, some of his sketches on SNL always crack me up. I mean, he was a lunch lady in Lunch Ladyland with Adam Sandler, so there's that too. But now, as for Paul Walter Hauser said you play the role, I think this could be really good. I mean, I know there are people saying he doesn't look like Chris Farley. Um, I'm sorry, just because he doesn't look like him doesn't mean he won't play it like perfectly. I mean, there has been times where like actors has played real life figures, but they don't look like the person. You know, I mean, Charlize Theron did not look like a Lynn Warrenhurst when she played the role. You know, so I mean, I'm sure they'll definitely make him look like him. And as for Josh Gad, I think this is a really good directorial debut. I mean, you know, this is. It's not like Josh Gad is going out make his directorial debut being the next, I don't know, Avengers: Infinity War or Secret Wars. This is like pretty much more of a small affair. So I think this is a great movie for some. Unlike when Simon Kinberg make his directorial debut with Dark Phoenix, this is the perfect movie to make your directorial debut with. You know, and you got Michael's directing. I mean, between this and SNL, that SNL film, 1975, we're gonna be seeing lots of interesting biopics about SNL stuff down the line. So I think this could be really interesting to check out. And next year is also gonna be 50th anniversary of SNL, so perfect timing for this too. Anyway, let me ask you guys, what are your thoughts on a Chris Farley biopic being in the works? Are you even interested in seeing a biopic about Chris Farley? What are some of your favorite Chris Farley sketches? Some of your favorite film appearances of his? Do you think Paul Walter Hauser would be a good choice to play Farley? And do you think Josh Gad would be a good choice to be the director? Drop comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for notifications. This is Timmy Steiner.